Welcome back to our channel, Exposing the Great Australian Government. We believe that this is the only way forward. We highly recommend anyone to make sure that you do your own research. We would love someone to prove us wrong because it feels like we are living in a nightmare. Here is another document that Dick has put together for the people. We are really impressed with the way Dick operates. No hidden secrets, just the truth and facts all the way. We need to keep slapping ourselves thinking that we're in a nightmare, then realise we aren't in a nightmare. This is reality, unfortunately. We don't mind what we are doing, trying to help educate all Australians with what and how all these political parties have done to our country and our people. We can only fix our own backyard. Anything overseas is out of our hands. We all need to comprehend that there is no political parties in the supreme law of the land. Our primary law, Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act 1901, as proclaimed and gazetted under the Royal Coat of Arms. To help us get all this factual official government documentation out to the people, all we ask is that you like and share. The more likes on a video, the algorithms push those videos, and it costs nothing, but will help this information reach more people. A big thank you to all. Today's quote: "The greatest deception and the deepest source of unhappiness is the illusion of finding life by excluding God, of finding freedom by excluding moral truths and personal responsibility." And unfortunately, it's from Pope John Paul II, but I still like the quote. Let's get into it. From this, our Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act, an act to constitute the Commonwealth of Australia. Chapter 12, 9th of July, 1900. Chapter 12, an act to constitute the Commonwealth of Australia, 9th of July, 1900. Whereas the people of New South Wales, Victoria, South Australia, Queensland and Tasmania, humbly relying on the blessing of Almighty God, have agreed to unite in one indissoluble federal commonwealth under the crown of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland, and under the Constitution hereby established. And whereas it is expedient to provide for the admission into the Commonwealth of other Australasian colonies and possessions of the Queen, be it therefore enacted by the Queen's most excellent Majesty, by and with the advice and consent of the Lords Spiritual and Temporal and Commons in this present Parliament assembled, and by the authority of the same, as follows. Clause 1. Short title. Clause 2. An act to extend to the Queen's successors. Clause 3. Proclamation of Commonwealth. Clause 4. Commencement of Act. Clause 5. Operation of the Constitution and laws. Clause 6. Definitions. Clause 7. Repeal of Federal Council Act. Clause 8. Application of Colonial Boundaries Act. Clause 9. Constitution. Under our primary law above, there are no political parties. We are a constitutional monarchy, and we have every right known to man. All courts are crown courts with crown and constitutional authority. Our currency is still, to this day, pounds. Now, you've only got to go to one of your so-called purported politicians. Well, they're not so-called, they are purported politicians. And ask them for your copy of their pocket constitution, which is free. It's free to everyone. Just go and ask them. And in that little constitution that they themselves print will show you exactly what Dick has said right here. Our currency is still to this day pounds. And if anybody can find anywhere in our primary law where it says political parties, well, show me. I want to see it. To this, while we allow treason by political parties to exist, we are selling the souls of all generations from here forward because we are too gutless to stand up. Isn't that the truth? So Dick has put a bit of writing and a couple little, or one picture on this. He's got their beautiful looking Treasonous Republic rat and chook, which they created. Commonwealth of Australia, which is their Commonwealth of Australia. Treasonous political parties have copyrighted our primary law. How? How are they allowed to do this? An Act to constitute the Commonwealth of Australia, 9th of July 1900. An Act to constitute the Commonwealth of Australia, and changed the constitutional and official definitions and seal. That is high treason. Why? Why are we still allowing this? Chapter 12, 9th of July 1900. This was done because political parties are not within our primary law, Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act. Total treason. When are we going to wake up, people? Treason from above. Political parties don't consolidate the preamble and the clauses. Since 1960, under treason, political parties have owned and controlled the Governor-General and Commander-in-Chief. No royal assent from 1960 forward. 1966, the dollar was enforced to be used outside of our primary law. The political party owned and controlled High Court of their Australia tells us the dollar has no head of power. So you've got your beautiful looking rat and the chook that they created with their Australia with the Roman laurel wreath, which is United States Patent Trademark Office serial number 89000474, Treasonous Political Party Australian Republic currency. So Treasonous Political Party Republican counterfeit money. This debt belongs to the treasonous political parties and their members. This debt does not belong to the people of our Commonwealth of Australia. Fraudulent, so-called money. 5 and a 0. You've got the 5. So as you can see on this $50, well, it's not $50, but it's a 5 and an O. This is fraudulent money. Fraudulent with their rat and the chook on it. This is the first set of polymer notes that was released. Absolute criminals in their money. Their money. It's not ours. All contracts in the dollar are fraud. Therefore, void. By copyrighting our primary law, Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act, and changing the constitutional and official definitions, they create the status of their Commonwealth of Australia as a sovereign, independent and federal nation. Now, when this sovereign, independent and federal nation is finalised, you will find sovereign with a capital S, independent with a capital I, and federal with a capital F, and nation with a capital N. So at the moment, it has not been finalised, people. So we need to pull our fingers out of our asses. Members of political parties, each under their own party's constitution and policies, have deceived us and our constitutional sovereign and monarch by creating, under a progressive evolutionary process, corporations that control all entities inside parliaments, governments and courts of Australia, with no separation of powers, and with purported Governor-Generals and governors under their control also. Under their Commonwealth of Australia, only writing on paper, no living, therefore created all the statutory entities under their statutory Queen of their Australia equals John Doe or Jane Doe in all caps. All acts are statutory, therefore no common law of England. In one treasonous political party High Court of their Australia court case, they used 5 different purported common laws. Just shows how corrupt their political party courts are. All courts enforce political party treason. In 1985, all state political parties joined the Commonwealth political parties under the status of their Commonwealth of Australia as a sovereign, independent and federal nation, all just writing on paper. As stated by all political party interpretation acts, that from 1986 forward, all acts are only purported acts with purported enactments. All we are doing is fighting the pen. In 1999, we voted all the political party republic acts out. Cheers, Dick.